Welcome back. October's ADHD Awareness Month. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder affects millions of Americans from kids to adults, and it can make everyday tasks really challenging. Hannah Bookbinder, an ADHD coach with nearly 30 years of experience, joins us now live with insight and strategies living successfully with ADHD. We thank you for being here. I should acknowledge up front that several of my family members have been diagnosed. I'm sure if I was tested early on, I probably would have been too. What are the biggest misconceptions about ADHD that people should know?
Good morning, Jacob. First and foremost, one of the biggest misconceptions is that people who have ADHD are innately lazy and they're defiant and aren't intelligent. And that is not the case. They are very innovative. They are creative and very, very resilient. Many of them have had to face a lot of challenges throughout the course of their lives, and so they've come up with their own ways to kind of recover, get their footing, and meet with success on a regular basis.
Yeah, no, it's important to note that basic assumption and reality up front. There is a current nationwide shortage of ADHD medication like Adderall. What is causing this, do we know, and what alternative do people have?
So there are a few causes for this shortage of medication. One is that there is a shortage of raw materials that are necessary for the medication. The other is that we are seeing an increase in the number of diagnoses because we're that much more capable and aware of what goes into the evaluation for ADHD, so we can more successfully properly diagnose people. So more adults in particular are being diagnosed later on in life. So that in and of itself is causing a problem because we have quotas that are set for these medications. There's only a certain amount that can be created because they're a level 2 medication. So that causes a problem, and those quotas need to be adjusted to meet this increase in diagnosis. Alternatives would include speaking with your physician about alternative medications, as well as making some behavioral changes like lifestyle changes, making sure you're exercising, having a proper diet, using some mindfulness, and having proper sleep hygiene. And then the other thing that you can do is to engage with people like myself or cognitive behavioral specialists, coaches who can teach you how to make some changes in your life so that you can be more successful, more efficient, and more aware of your time and able to focus.
All great information. Tell us about the My Toad app, which I guess you recently launched. How does that help?
So TOAD stands for Time Management, Organization, Accountability, and Dialing In. And what it does is it helps individuals to take every single thing that they need to do over the course of their lives and streamlines it into one place. The ADHD brain does much better when it's not interrupted and can reach a flow pace. So this app is unique in that it allows the user to stay in one place, and if you need to write out a form or brainstorm your ideas in a workspace, it's right there. If you want to take the get to-do list of things that you have to do on any given day and kind of manage them, everything is right there in your pocket, and it is actually teaching you to establish these executive functioning skills, and that's what makes it unique and special.
And finally, Hannah, one key takeaway, if people are watching, what should people remember about living successfully with ADHD?
I think that you have to remember that even though you have ADHD, ADHD does not have to define you, and that you in your own right have many, many strengths that you bring to the table. And if you can capitalize on those and utilize tools like the TOAD or the book that I created, then you're going to be able to be successful in your life.
Okay, let weak things become strong. Thank you so much, Hannah Bookbinder, for your time.